Well, there's chocolate. And there's chocolate.
All my beautiful twin sisters.
Sisters. Beautiful twin sisters. Beautiful twin sisters.
Guys, you would not believe it. Today, we are joined by the Timothée Chalamet on the Beautiful Twin Sisters podcast. What is up, Timmy?
Hello. How are you guys doing today?
We're good.
Well, I'm starstruck right now.
No, I am shaking. Like, oh my God.
Okay, anyways.
I do have to say, you look a little bit different in person.
Yeah.
It looks like there's like something kind of off.
I feel like most people would not recognize me outside of me wearing the costume.
True.
That's it.
But yeah.
Just kidding, guys. We are obviously here with the winner of the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition, Mr. Miles Mitchell himself. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you guys for having me and giving me a reason to skip class today.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
What
thank you
class?
for blessing our podcast with your presence.
Yeah.
Sorry
I
that I
skipped
cut you
my
off.
business policy class.
Who needs that?
I actually forgot what my professor's name is, but sorry.
Well,
That's definitely not helping.
No, it sounds like it was worth skipping. So I'm glad that you're here today. We're so excited to get to know you better and hear more about the infamous day that you won the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition.
Mm-hmm. Very crazy.
To give some context, this contest was held in New York City on October 27th, I think, in Washington Square Park. And I was one of the 4 judges. And the whole event was run by Anthony Poe, a famous New York City YouTuber. He holds events like this all the time. So I kind of want you to bring us back to that day or the events that led up to that day. What made you join the contest? How did you hear about it? Basically, what brought you to that event that day?
So before the event, backtracking like a week prior, a bunch of my friends were sending me pictures of these flyers of like the event, like that were the posters that were in Manhattan. Some of my friends that were like in Europe or something, they saw it on like meme pages and stuff like that. And everyone, like so many people were sending me these flyers like, dude, you should go to this. Like, I don't think half of them actually thought I would go. But
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'm actually not doing anything that day. So yeah, it would be funny if I went. And the day before the event, I thought it'd be a great idea if I dressed up in a Willy Wonka costume. It's like on the cusp of like Halloween, and it's also at Washington Square Park. And to me, Washington Square Park is where like a bunch of crazy things like happen. Like there was like a cheeseball man, the fiasco that was there, which also was Anth Poe, crazy enough. So he really got Washington Square Park on lock for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
for real.
that was like what happened prior to the contest, like the setup. And then I also I bought a briefcase that I found because I went to Goodwill the day before to buy the whole costume. So like the shoes, the vest, and the briefcase, all of that was from Goodwill. And then like walking to the contest, I passed like a CVS and I was like, yo, it would be mad funny if I just like got a bunch of candy and I threw it in the suitcase and I
my
just started like
God.
giving it out to people.
That's so
And
funny.
that was kind of how I went to the event. That was the process before then. So
That's so funny. Honestly, I feel like out of all the Timmys that pulled up that day, you get an A++ for effort. Nobody pulled out the costumes and the candies like you did, and I think that honestly helped win over the crowd.
thank
I
you.
agree.
Honestly, that's kind of how I'm pinning my win. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like there are a lot of other people that were there that really also did look like him.
There was some
and
good-
I don't think I won solely because of looks. I also think it contributed to me throwing candy. Maybe you could consider that bribing the audience. But,
Well, yes.
I mean, who doesn't like free candy? So
Honestly.
in like a nice way, not like a weird way, you know,
Yeah,
not in like a
have
van kind of way.
I have a question. Oh, not in a van kind of way.
No.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good. Thank
Glad
you
to hear that.
for making that clear.
Yes.
Was it mostly chocolate? Or
Yes.
was it any candy?
It was all sorts of chocolate.
Oh, all
Yeah.
sorts of chocolate.
We had Kit Kat and Snickers.
Period. All
The
kinds.
variety was insane.
I know.
He does it all.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I'm also wondering, did you pull up to the event alone or did you have like some friends with you for support?
So one of my friends met me there, May, and then my girlfriend actually came with me.
Oh, nice.
Emma and her friend also came as well. So they were my support team.
Good.
And my girlfriend actually got lost in the confusion of the contest because the police came and they had to relocate it. So she was actually trying to find where the contest was, like half the time anyway, and then found it like after it all happened, and she was like, "Wait, you
Whoa.
won?"
She didn't even see you win.
Oh
no!
That's so funny.
It's like something out of a cartoon though.
Yeah.
Because it was just so funny that like the whole time I was like, wait, where is she?
Yeah.
She
Oh
wasn't even there until after.
Oh,
And I was like, that's hilarious.
Dang. That was crazy. Yeah, the police came to shut down the event literally as soon as it started in Washington Square Park. So we had to move to some like children's playground around the corner. And that was the like most stressed I've ever been in my life. Because
I mean, you guys were literally marching down the street like a parade.
It was like dead as a parade. Oh my god, thousands of people. I think they estimated like 10,000 people were there at least. And to be like stuck in that herd of people, and I don't know how anyone even like made it there. Like, I'm surprised you made it to the new location. Like, how did anybody find their way there?
Yeah, it was crazy. There was literally like a migration, like a flock. But honestly, the second location was so much better than the first one because there was like a slope that
Right.
everyone could view all the contestants like above ground.
Yeah.
Because in Washington Square Park, when there was
Flat.
like a mob of people couldn't really see over like the
Right.
first couple rows of people.
That's
so
true.
it actually was a really good thing that it moved to the second location, in my
I didn't,
opinion.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's pretty cool. Maybe that's where all the contests should be held now.
That random
That
playground.
random
Yeah.
children's playground.
I don't know how the playground owners would feel about that, but they didn't stop us. So there you go. Maybe they're fans of Timmy.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, the event I would say was pretty chaotic, and there were some crazy like questions being asked by the judges. I know some of them were like, oh my gosh. One of the judges asked, would you impregnate Kylie Jenner?
No.
Yeah. No, I was like,
so
wait a-
weird.
Yeah, I feel like the pressure to like perform and like have like witty answers was so high. How did you feel in that moment, like in front of the whole audience?
No, honestly, like out of all the questions I thought they would ask, impregnating Kylie Jenner was not even in the top 1,000 questions that I think they would ask. Like, if you would date Kylie Jenner, okay, but impregnate, I mean, I guess for the shock value, you got it for that. But like,
Yeah.
that to me was like, dang. But I mean, it was actually kind of easy for me to answer because I got a girlfriend. So why
Period.
would I go do that? Period.
Right.
You had an easy
Why
way
would
out.
you do that?
Exactly.
Girlfriend. No, yeah, some of the other Timmys I had to answer were just like,
They all
I
got
guess.
asked the same question. That's so awkward.
It was so nuts. Oh my god. And on top of the like awkward vibe of that, there were so many girls at the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition
Looking for boyfriends.
Exactly. They came with their business cards, their
Oh my
phone
God.
numbers. They
Oh
wanted everyone
no.
to like slide in their DMs. Did you receive any of those business cards, or did you not accept any?
So I saw some of them.
Right.
A lot of them were on the floor. So I don't know if like they dropped them or that was like a sign
Oh,
of
they probably
rejection.
sprinkled it.
But yeah, so I give so much respect to that though. Like
Period.
the creativity in doing that, they deserve. I hope whoever did that, you got a boyfriend from doing that because
They were hustling.
I respect. Yeah, I respect it. I respect it so much.
That's so funny. Well, they'll
real.
be sad to hear that you have a girlfriend. So rest
It's
in
okay.
peace.
There were so
dreams.
many other contestants there. So.
Right?
That's true. Oh my god, it was so funny. I saw all because I was hanging out with the other judges, and they were also looking for their future bays.
They
And-
were the
yeah.
judges.
I mean, everyone there everyone there that was single.
you?
I have a boyfriend,
I know,
bro.
I'm
I'm
just
not
joking.
doing that. But it was funny because one of the judges was like, oh my god, that one Timmy is so cute, and like went and
No.
talked to him, and they were like kind of flirting, and then he's like, okay, it was like nice to meet you, bye. He turns around, and some girl immediately is like, can I have your number? And he gives it to someone else, and the other judge was heartbroken. She was like, I just talked to him for like 10 minutes, and he goes and gives his phone number to someone else
Before or after the winner got chosen?
after the winner got chosen.
Okay,
so
I
it was one of the
gonna say,
losers.
oh my god, he's gonna flirt with the judge before the winner gets chosen. Oh my god, that's
I
not
didn't even think about it
okay.
like that.
That
Whoa.
could have
That's a good
been
strat though. I
crazy
respect
tactic.
it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't think of that.
Oh my god.
Next time.
Next time, yeah. Something else that was really interesting to me during the competition was the harshness of the audience. I don't know if you remember the booing
Wow.
that took place. That was kind of mean. It was
Nah,
like I felt
facts.
bad, right?
And I'm don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I respect it. Like the fact that people would even go up there. Like some of them
Yeah.
honestly like did it as a joke to like not. They didn't even like look like the person,
Right.
but they just went up there anyway. But no, I respect it even more though because like the people that really didn't look like them also got like a lot of cheers from the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the people that were kind of like in between
They
that
got
kind of
booed.
did look like him and didn't at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I did feel bad for that person and like.
Yeah.
But the
Oh,
confidence
so
to have that I hope if you're watching this video, you're probably not, but like you are that person. Like, you got it. Like,
Yeah.
have that confidence.
No, I respect it too. I'm like, it's a lighthearted event, and I think everyone knew that. But I was like, oh my god, these poor people, because I saw all the Timmys after they walked in front of the
So
audience.
sad.
They got back into like their line, and all of them in a corner was like, it hurts so bad to get booed. And I was like, oh, this like literally
so
public
sad.
bullying in front of a huge audience. I was like, this is insane. Like,
Oh my
what do we
God.
organize? I also want to ask, because I know you were kind of on the receiving end of some hot opinions, people saying you didn't look like him or whatever. All the comments were kind of blowing up after the event. But I honestly think as a judge, you are still the Timmy that I would pick.
I mean, you
think
voted for him.
I did vote for him as a judge, period.
And sitting in person, I'm literally like, whoa,
Yeah.
like you literally look like Timothée Chalamet.
Right? Like from some
Yeah.
angles, I'm like, oh, there,
that's
like I
him.
see it right
Yeah.
there. But I wanted to know what your reaction was to the influx of comments after your win.
So I thought it was funny that I got more comments saying I look like the Onceler from the Lorax than Timothée Chalamet.
Wait.
And the guy from Hereditary.
I haven't
and
watched that.
Oh.
Alex Wolf. There was
Well, I
there
did
were
see
a lot.
Alex Wolf.
There was a lot of creative comments, and honestly, I'm perfectly okay with like people thinking that I don't look like him, because like I'm okay with looking like me, like
Exactly.
respectfully. But I mean, and it's a compliment that some people even think I look like him in the first place. I feel like in the internet, like people are so surprised, but it's because they weren't there at the event to
Right.
really know what the vibe of like the audience was in
Yeah.
in the first place. Because I'm sure like having just like a fresh look on the outcome of the competition and not seeing like, were you really there though, and saw like the vibe and how it was structured,
Right.
what kind of questions that you were asked, because I feel like it wasn't also just like a lookalike competition, but you also had to have like some character to it. That's why there's all those questions that people asked.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
but yeah, like some of them were kind of crazy though. I'm not gonna lie. I've read some of them. I was like, dang, like that one kind of stung a little bit. But that's just part of like being on the internet. And
Yeah.
I always like would tell my friends, like, if you got haters, like that's how you know you're succeeding. So it's like
Period.
I'm trying to adopt. I adopt that mentality too. That it's like I allow the haters to boost my engagement on my videos.
Wait, what's your Instagram so they can all find you?
So my Instagram is miles.mitchell27, and
Yes.
it's the same as my TikTok, but it's just miles.mitchell.
Awesome.
Nice.
Everybody check them out. Amazing content over there. We love it.
Yes, we love
Yes.
it. I do have one question for you. We were wondering if you had a personal favorite Timmy other than yourself at the contest.
Yeah, so actually it was the person that came in second. His name is Xander. He had like the Paul Atreides costume
Yeah.
and
Yes.
everything. And like I thought that was like the perfect like combination. It's like Wonka versus Paul
Paul
Atreides.
Atreides.
Yeah, it
And I
was
was
awesome.
like, what, this could not have gone better for like a top two. Like I would
Right.
totally rather have like another person that like had the creativity to dress up in the theme of the contest than someone just wearing like a t-shirt and like
Yeah.
jeans or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So I really did like that. It was a fitting top two.
Yeah, I agree.
That is
my opinion.
really
And he's a
funny.
great guy also.
Yeah. Do you keep in touch with a lot of the other Timmys?
So funny enough, there's a group chat called
There is?
Brother Chalamet's.
No.
Yeah, like after the contest, like a group chat was made, and then when Anthony Poe learned about it, he was like, "Oh, add me into the group chat," and he's like, "Okay, like the Jets just reached out to us, and we're all gonna go to a Jets game."
that.
And everyone in the group chat was invited. All the Timmys there. Also, all the Timmys got $50 too.
Oh, really?
And, yeah.
Oh,
so
amazing.
Like we all got the same thing out
Prize?
of it. Yeah.
Oh,
so
fun.
that was great. And sometimes like people will post in the group chat just like, "Oh, I made this content or something." Or
Nice.
it's kind of slow now, but before it was popping. But maybe it will revive again in the future if there's ever a reunion or
Oh,
something.
you guys should do a reunion.
That's so funny that you guys just have like a group of Timmys that you can just call on at
Yeah.
any moment.
Timmy's.
It's like the
Go.
Avengers.
Timmy's unite.
That's so
Bruh.
funny. The Timmy frat.
How was the Jets game? Like, what did you guys do there?
So honestly, it was really cool. I did not expect anything like that to happen.
Right.
And like the day before, he was just like, "Oh, the Jets want us to come to the game on Halloween, and we get to go on the field and stuff like that. So just like show up, and you know we can all." Like we all sat in the front row and everything. So there's like a mob of us. And then when we got on the field, their social media team came up to us. I was like, okay, we need pictures and like a TikTok to be made. So we like made content for them, and then we got to sit in the front, and we saw this like I don't know who it was. I really don't follow football. But some guy did some like
Same.
crazy catch where it was like one hand
Oh,
behind
one
the
of
back.
those?
Yeah. And it was like right in front of us. And like it got posted like everywhere. And I was
you're
like,
just in the
wow,
background?
I really saw that live. Imagine maybe in like a certain angle you could see me.
Oh,
like,
okay.
But yeah, that was so unexpected. And then like leaving, it was like a clown car full of like Timmys, because it was also Halloween themed, so they wanted us in costumes. So like other people were also in like Wonka costumes. So we had our own little Wonka clown car.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
and the best part too is that we went back to like Anthony Poe's, and he had like a piano and like a curtain, and like there were like cameras, so we filmed like us singing like the Willy Wonka songs.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
where's
we
that
were-
video?
Yeah, where is
I
that?
need
It's embedded somewhere in the, like his
coming
safe
out.
of content.
Okay,
He
okay.
has so much to work with,
I
probably. But that was just so unexpected, and it was like so unhinged, but it was great.
That's so funny. Wow, I'm glad to hear that it was kind of like a wholesome meeting. Like you got some friends out of it in the end.
Yeah, I was honestly kind of like intimidated to go at first, because I
Right.
was like, I don't know if there's gonna be any animosity towards me, because
As the winner.
yeah, and I don't even mean to say that in like a selfish way, but like
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what the vibe was.
Yeah.
And but when I went there, I actually met like a lot of really cool people. Everyone was really nice.
Oh.
So I kind of was like, okay, I had like nothing to actually worry about, and
Yeah.
I was just in my head about it. And some of them are really cool. I follow a bunch of them on Instagram. One of them's a
nice.
magician, like a professional magician.
Oh,
and that
really?
was really cool. I'm blanking on his name though, but
All good.
Wait, I have an idea. Let's just, for the rest of our podcast career, every week we just interview a new Timmy.
That will last us the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, add us to that group chat and maybe we'll start hitting up every single one of them.
Bruh.
Next week we have Xander. Then we have the next one. I'm just kidding.
Wait, I have another question. Or actually, I don't have a question. I have to expose you guys. We were talking about this earlier.
What?
Why am I the only one that's watched Wonka here? You fakers.
I'm sorry.
yeah. Honestly, I think it's really funny when I explain to people. They're like, "Oh my god, what's your favorite Timothée Chalamet movie?" I'm like, "I've only seen one Timothée Chalamet movie, and it's
Really?
Dune 2. I didn't even see Dune 1. I didn't even see Wonka. When people said "Call Me by Your Name," I was like, "What song was that?" Like, I
You're like,
literally-
call me maybe.
Yeah, I was
Carly Rae
like, I
Jepsen?
literally do not know anything about this man. And honestly, I'm just kind of like, I live under a rock a little bit. I don't know anything about pop culture, like social media, all
That's
of that.
healthy.
I'm just like out of tune. Like, I'm still chronically online though. Like,
Right.
I like doom scroll on TikTok, but I do not know anything about like movies and stuff like that. I like Star Wars though, but I got like little Star Wars earrings on right now.
Fire.
Oh,
I
very
saw
fire.
Yoda.
Yeah,
Wow.
my little Grogu earrings.
That's
It's
so
so
funny.
fun.
Well, I guess now from here, maybe it's your chance to get into some Timothée Chalamet
has
movies,
good
see what
movies.
they're about. Yeah, I feel like I've watched Call Me by Your Name, Wonka, Dune 1, Dune 2. I've seen his whole arsenal
expert.
of movies. Yeah.
No, honestly. Dang. And speaking of Timothy, I have one question.
Okay.
Would you rather have won the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition or met Timothée Chalamet?
Honestly, I think I would just rather win the competition, just because I feel like if I met Timothée Chalamet, I'd be such a fake fan. Because like as I said before, like I do not know anything about this guy except that some people would just compare me to him sometimes. And but part of me wants to keep it that way in case I meet him. So it's like I'm not on some like fan kind of timing. I'm just like, oh yeah, like that's my guy right there.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, yeah.
if
like, we
I'm
look
manifesting that if I ever do meet him, like we're just gonna be homies. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I'm like your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Like all of that. I'm gonna just be like, oh, like that's the guy that people think I like look like or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, and then we'll go get like food or something.
Yes.
Like talk about
Imagining.
things.
Things,
Be great.
yeah.
What
Be
it's like
best
just
buddies.
being Timmy.
Oh my gosh. He must know who you are.
That's
right?
what I'm saying,
He
and it's like
must.
I know he's seen my face before, because it's like,
A
what do
bunch.
you mean? There's like a lookalike competition.
You
and
gotta
you're,
see the
like,
winner.
he acknowledges my existence, but he still has not DM'd me back on Instagram.
Dang,
And I'm just like,
Timmy.
wow. I hit him up with like the hey twin, and no response.
No, because Timothy.
He came all the way to the event for real. Like he was at the
did.
lookalike competition, but it was so sad. No one working the event, and you haven't met him, right? Like you
No.
weren't. Okay, yeah. But some amount of the crowd that was left behind at Washington Square Park met him when he pulled up like 10 minutes late to the beginning of the competition, and we were heartbroken because I would have personally loved to have seen that guy in the flesh.
Yeah.
But some of the Timmys did get to meet him, and there's like the infamous photo of him
Yeah,
with his
yeah.
arms around them. So I'm happy for those Timmys because maybe they didn't win the competition, but they won in a different
Those
way.
are the real winners.
Honestly, yeah. So funny.
That was really funny. Well, anyways, enough about Timothy because you're more than Timothy.
You are.
Miles Mitchell. So we would love to know more about you as a person. And I feel like we can get started with maybe where you're from. We do know that you're from
New York.
I am a New Yorker. I was born and raised in the best borough of New York City, Staten Island.
Yes.
I know. Before all like the hate comes in, like what even is Staten Island? It is like the bottom borough. You have to take the ferry boat to like go back and forth. My high school I went to was like right next to the ferry, so me and my friends would always go into the city, and it was great. I loved going to school in New York, and besides that, I'm also like I'm basically like a European mutt, like ethnically.
Really?
So I'm Italian, German, Irish, Dutch on my dad's side, and then Polish and Russian on my mom's side.
Wow.
And so
You got
and I
all of
speak
Europe, my
none
guy.
of those languages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I only speak English, but I'm trying to learn Korean and Japanese.
That's fire. We were talking about that
Yes.
earlier. You're kind of, you said recently, a more well-traveled guy. You've been to a lot of different countries, it seems.
Yeah, so in the past year, I was fortunate enough to be able to study abroad in both London and then Seoul in South Korea. And that kind of like opened like the gates of me being able to travel. Before like last year, I kind of like never got to travel before. I've been to Mexico once with like a group of my friends to Cancun. And then
Period.
way before that, for like 2 weeks, I went on an exchange through my high school to Paris and Reims.
Oh, fun.
In France.
Jealous.
And I think that's what sparked like my like, oh, like that's awesome. So going to college and getting the opportunity to study abroad, I was like, okay, like let's just do that. So
Yeah.
I lived in London for 6 months and then in Seoul for 6 months. And I met like so many people from like around the world. And it was actually really wholesome though, because when the whole contest happened,
Yeah.
a bunch of people that I met like throughout was like, yo, you're on like my local news right now. Like, why is my mom like talking about you?
In different
Like,
countries?
Yeah, like German,
Whoa.
Finnish, Swedish news, and even in Asia, like Taiwanese news, Indian news, Korean. I did a bunch of interviews for Korean like news agencies.
Really?
Like I was actually so surprised, but it was like so wholesome because like, yes, like I feel like I'm like a little bit like more in tap with like Korea,
Right.
Because I did like 4 different interviews and I can only speak Korean a little bit, but I was able to be like 안녕하세요, 반갑습니다.
Wow.
I'm sure they ate that up.
No,
Yes.
honestly, yeah, like they did eat that up, and I
Yeah.
really love Korea. Like that was probably one of my favorite. That was my favorite exchange.
Yay.
Like just in terms of like. There's so many more opportunities to be like a young person in Korea than in London, because London is very expensive. But
Yeah.
in Korea, you can like literally you just go out to eat every single day.
That's
like
so
in the
fun.
US and in like Western Europe, like people go and get groceries and cook for themselves, and that's more of like the day-to-day culture. But in Asia and in Korea, people just go out to eat like every day.
Must be
And
nice.
It's so great, and I suck at cooking, so it was like, wow, I don't even have to feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
Like I could just, go to the convenience store and then
Right.
spend $1 and get onigiri
Oh,
or
that's
all these
fire.
things. And yeah, I love Korea so much, and I'm also gonna go to Japan next year
That's
or next
crazy.
semester for school to also
Exchange
study abroad
again?
there.
Or
Yeah.
whoa, hella
Whoa.
exchanges.
That's cool. Wait, so have you been like on the exchange trips living in other people's houses? I've never done it. I don't know.
No, so when I was in London, I had my own apartment. Well, not apartment. It was like my own little shoebox. I lived in a
Okay.
dorm,
Okay.
and my apartment was literally like the size of this couch. Like
Oh.
it was very,
Harry
very small.
Potter.
Yeah, no, basically. And I had like a joint kitchen that I shared and an airplane bathroom, probably smaller than an airplane bathroom.
Oh,
It was
nightmare.
very humbling. But I lived in like central London, which is one of like the best places to be, and I did
cool.
not mind whatsoever. I very much choose location over like the size of where I live, and I would still live in that if I could live in London again. And I would choose like, oh, I just go back to my dorm.
Yeah.
Like it was so small, but it was like kind of cozy. I had like my bed, closet, bathroom, and that was it.
That's all you need.
And in Korea, I had my own apartment. And what I loved about it was that it was actually cheaper for me to have my own apartment with like my own kitchen, my bathroom, washing machine. And it was cheaper to live there for 6 months in my own private apartment than to live at my school in a shared dormitory with like 2 other people. It was still cheaper than that. And I was like, wow, I love this so much. It was so great. And obviously I think I'm a little bit entitled because I'm like a white American person or something. But
or something.
and I'm not sure if that's like normal for people in Korea to like, I guess have, but it made me feel like, wow, like I could literally live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my little yap
I
sesh.
think like college prices, including college dorm prices in the US, are just like
insane.
Literally insane.
Yeah.
So
That's
insane.
nice to get like to see different countries and see like how they live and obviously how much more affordable some countries are. That is quite a dream.
Yeah, and it really made me realize like, oh my god, like the US is so expensive. And this is what I tell people like that live in the US is that a lot of American people think that traveling is very expensive to do.
Yeah.
But the only thing that's really expensive is just leaving the US.
Yeah,
so
the plane
for
tickets
people
and
that
stuff.
can like travel and leave for like 2 to 3 months or something, you could stay at hostels and other shared kinds of dorms for literally less than $10 a night in various places. And you can get full meals in different parts of like Asia or maybe Eastern Europe for like $3 meals, $4 meals. Like in Morocco, when I went there, because it was like right by London. London is a great place to live because the airports are so used so often that the flights are very cheap because there's so much traffic there.
Right.
So I would get like a round trip flight to Morocco for like $75.
Oh my God.
And you stay at a hostel, and the hostel has like a swimming pool and all these like really cool amenities, and it's like $8 a night. Granted, you're still sleeping on like a triple bunk bed and with like 10 other people in the room. But I mean, I'm there to travel. I'm not there to lounge in my bed, you know.
Yeah,
I just need a
right.
place to sleep. So, but I'm always so advocating for like all my friends and stuff to like, yo, you gotta travel. And but granted, some people have work and school and all of that.
Yeah.
But later in life, I mean, we're all young, and a lot of people I meet when they start traveling are in their like late 20s, like early 30s. So it also made me, I guess, appreciate my youth and being able to have these opportunities at a young age as well.
I think our family always had that same idea that like travel was so expensive.
Yeah.
Like I remember our parents being like, no, like we're only going to the Jersey Shore. Like,
yeah,
I'm
we
sorry.
didn't
Like,
grow
that's
up
it.
traveling much.
But yeah, I think after traveling a little bit more as
Recently,
we've gotten older, you kind of realize like, whoa, there is more out there than the United States.
I know.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see. So that's pretty cool. But so you said you're a
awesome.
college student. I was wondering what year you are in college.
So I am a senior.
Oh,
nice.
senior!
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm almost out
Congrats.
into the real world.
Ooh.
Very scary.
Oh,
my
very
gosh.
scary. And what was your major again?
So I study marketing and economics, although I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But I'm studying it.
I feel like
Fire.
that'll give you a good like path outward.
Yeah, I think studying business is one of the best things to do in college, even if you don't know what you want to do, just because like everything is a business. Like you go to school, your school is a business. Anything you want to do, like you have to make money. You make money from a business. So I like to think that it keeps my options open still, but I'm still studying something that's kind of cool.
Right.
Fire. I was also a business major.
Oh, nice.
Yes, notes.
Hell yeah.
Fire.
Wait, so like what kind of business major though? Like
I was business administration.
Okay.
And I had a minor in psychology. So
Okay.
kind of random, but I went to a very STEM-based school, so it was mostly data analytics for me, which was actually not ideal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to do marketing, but like they didn't even have a marketing major like that, so I'm very jealous of your marketing major.
Well, I think you did a great job marketing
Thank
yourself as like an
you.
amazing podcast producer with your sister.
Yeah,
so.
self-taught. Just kidding.
That's so
But-
funny. Wow.
Yeah, I think it was pretty helpful. I didn't switch to a business major until like my junior year though, which is kind of crazy. So I didn't get that much of a business education, but I did get enough that was my major when I graduated. ?
Yes.
Because I feel like when you're like a junior, like that's when like it's actually important that you take your classes,
yeah, exactly.
like focused. Because like freshman, sophomore year, you kind of just take like a different,
Gen Ed.
like general classes that kind of see what you like, and then you can
Exactly.
switch your major, which is exactly what you did for your junior and senior year. So that's a lot of people do that. So
Pretty
Exactly.
epic. Do you have a minor?
no,
Like, oh, really?
My minor is being a content creator now or something.
yes!
Or-
That's so funny.
Minor in social media
I also
content.
have been doing like e-commerce for like 7 years as well. So it's kind of like a
wait,
side.
Whoa,
Wait,
what?
Can you
explain
we need
that
to
further?
delve into this. Explain.
Yeah,
What is
so,
e-commerce?
Well, I for like
Drop shipping?
7 years. It's sort of similar to that, but I have like an Amazon store, and I also
Fire.
collaborate with Stadium Goods. It's like those videos you see where like rappers sneaker shopping with Complex or something. Like it's at this store, and it's a consignment store. So throughout high school, especially during the pandemic, my entirety of the pandemic was just me buying and selling sneakers and different apparels, doing like eBay, working with Stadium Goods, StockX, Goat, all of that. And that's also kind of what helped me being able to finance my travels when I was abroad last year, because working at a consignment store, I just take all my shoes and they take control of everything. It's in their warehouse. If someone goes in the store and they buy it, they just like give like the payout like to me.
Okay.
And I'm not like a millionaire or nothing like that. Like this is just also on top of me being a student and all of that.
Yeah.
And it was like a great way in the pandemic for me to like kind of stay focused on things. And I feel like I'm very business oriented like my whole life. Even before like selling sneakers, I actually used to be a magician. And
You were a magician too. The Wonka stuff all makes sense
It makes
now.
sense. Wait, what type of magic did you do?
so I actually used to do birthday parties.
What?
Yeah, this was like
Can you do mine?
Wait, if we gave you a stack of cards, could you do a trick on us?
Yeah.
Should I get one?
I have a stack of cards.
Go
Can I
get it,
grab
go
them?
get it.
Okay.
I'm rusty though, so like
It'll be okay.
No, don't worry, we'll be
see how it
amazed
works. We'll see how it
regardless.
works.
Well, while Amber is grabbing the cards, you said you do birthday parties, or you used to do
I
birthday
used
parties?
to. I have not touched magic in a very long time, but
Wow. When did you start?
I started when I was like 10.
Okay.
Ish, and this lasted when I was from like 10 to like 14,
Whoa,
15
okay.
maybe. And I was doing it for like 5 years. I watched like this one act on America's Got Talent, Smoothini, and like he did like this magic trick, and I was like, yo, I need to learn how to do magic now. Straight up inspired me, and it started my journey to become one of the best magicians ever. At least that's what my mom told me.
Yes.
That's so funny.
I would go to magic shops in New York City. I went to Phantasma Magic, which was in Manhattan.
Okay.
There is a magician there, Nick Padilla, who was like the guy behind the counter. And also he would like show me all these cool things. I'm like, wow, like teach me.
Yeah.
And I got a bunch of DVDs and would watch them all the time and practice. And
It's so funny.
then
Crazy lore.
my dad actually would get invited to like this Super Bowl party. My like 12-year-old self was like doing magic like at the thing, like practicing on people.
Yeah.
And then I must have did it to like the right person, because then he literally gave me like $100. And getting like a $100 when you're like 12, and this is like back in like 10 year ago economy. So $100 could buy me like 2 Nerf guns and like 3 like candy bars or something like that. And I was like, oh my god, like this is
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm rich.
And no, for real, like that you could stretch $100 when you're like 12 years old, like
yeah.
10 years ago. I was like the happiest person ever, and I was like, wow, I need to take this more seriously. And then I would kind of like promote myself a little bit. I didn't get like a lot of gigs, maybe like 4.
Well,
Like
period.
but that was
pretty
still a
good.
lot for me, like being like 12 years old and in school. I'd be like, mom, can you like drive me to like this like person's house to do a birthday party?
That's so
and then
funny.
one time, like this organization group or whatever, I did a show for them. They gave me a shirt that said like Magic Miles on it. I was like, wow, I'm really him for that.
Magic
Like,
Miles.
and that was actually my Instagram username, like literally right before the Timothée Chalamet contest.
Really?
And then, yeah, it was literally Magic Miles 27. And then I was talking to a different content creator, and they're like, yo, you should change that. Like if
It's so funny.
once you won now, so people can recognize you. And I was like, wow, I kind of had to sell my identity a little bit.
Dang.
That's okay. I'm still like, well, I actually don't really do magic that much anymore, because although maybe I'll pursue it again in the future, but
I would love to see
Magic
Magic
Miles
Miles
is
make
fire.
his return. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do have these playing cards right here. I don't know if the people can see.
I can
They're
hold your mic.
black bear playing cards. So very
Let's
interesting
go.
indeed. Show us what you can do. And
oh,
if you're
wow.
rusty, it's
There's
all
really
good.
some bears on this.
There
That's
are.
awesome. Okay. Yeah, so this is great.
You can tell he knows how to hold the cards.
Yeah.
I know.
He's
So
comfortable.
We're gonna shuffle. See if I still got it.
That's when you know. I can't even do that. It's
All
really
right.
embarrassing.
Okay. So Amber, I want you to say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Right there.
Yes.
Okay. Look at the card.
Sorry, I
you
looked at
stopped Right here.
This one? Okay.
Yeah. Look at it. Show your sister.
Okay. And I'll show
Okay,
the
show
people.
the audience too.
Can they
Okay.
see? Can they see? Yes.
think
Now
so.
put it back on the deck.
Okay, it's back.
All right, great. So we're just gonna take the cards and we're just gonna like shuffle them up and everything. And what I want you to do is I just want you to think. Okay, I want you to think of the suit of the card. So like
Not
the
the number. Got
diamond,
it.
club, heart, diamond, whatever.
Yes,
And I
okay.
want you to think of like the number.
You want me to think of the number?
Yeah. So or like
this
the
is a
the
two-person
suit.
magic trick.
Yeah, yeah. So you could think of like the
Wow.
queen, the king, or like the 5 or the whatever.
Okay, got
So
it.
I'm gonna just
Okay.
focus on you first. So I want you to think it's either a black card or a red card. But you darted away your eyes when you said that it was a red card, so I know it's a black card. So that's how it could also be like a club or like a spade. And you looked away again when I said spade, so I know it's a club. So now for you, it's either like a picture card or a
Okay,
number card,
okay.
right? And you're really trying to focus so I don't catch you on anything like
making
that.
eye contact
Your
with
eyes are like
people.
watering a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
But it makes me feel like I have a lot more options to work with here. Like
Okay.
you're not like that like frustrated a bit, so I know it's probably like not a picture card and it's more of like a number card. And you blinked a lot when I said that. So
Yes,
it's
I did.
between like 2 and 10. And whoa, your eyes like kind of really lit up when I said 2. So maybe it actually is like the 2. And I'm just gonna like throw the cards on the
This sucks.
the couch. And your card was the 2 of clubs.
What the F? Oh my god. Wait, that's actually insane that you do like the mind games side of magic, because anytime people can like predict the card,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
actually, how did you learn how to do that?
Yeah, so that was just a bit of my theater skills. I also have a theater background too.
Oh,
But-
it's
So does
giving
Timothée.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Wait, that was actually so impressive. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
thank
for
you
doing
for
that.
doing that.
Thank you. I literally
Wow.
like disclaimer. I've not done this in like very long time. So you probably, if you're watching this, you're probably like, oh, I know what he did or something. But it's okay.
Doesn't matter because we do not know what
It
you
was
did.
real to us.
Actually, I'll tell you right now. What I did was this secret art called magic.
Fuck.
Well, mic drop.
Mic drop.
Oh my god. Wow.
Magic
Wait,
Miles.
Magic Miles.
Thank you.
Thank you for gracing our podcast. I want to hear. Wait, so you said you did theater?
Yeah.
Were you a singer as well, or was it more just like the acting side?
Okay, so I love to. When I was younger, I loved to act a lot.
Okay,
And when I went to like high school for like theater and stuff, like I had to sing and dance. And
Wait, did you happen to go to LaGuardia High School?
No, I went
Oh,
to Curtis on Staten Island. Shout out,
Shout out.
Warriors, C-Dub.
Okay, I was wondering because Timothée Chalamet went to LaGuardia, but
That would
carry
have been
on.
crazy.
That
Yeah.
would have been crazy.
But so having to sing and dance, that's like I did it, but like I'm not confident in my abilities to do so.
Oh, gosh.
So I prefer to have like roles that I did a lot of acting, maybe sing one song. I was like, oh my god, I had to like lock in. And but I loved like the theater communities that I had
Yeah.
in middle school and high school, because like it was kind of just like a thing that everyone did after school, especially in like my middle school. Like there was no after school programs except theater.
Oh,
So it was
wow.
like after school you either just went home or just like did the play. So many people in my school actually did the play, and
Whoa, that's so cool.
I was like, yeah, like it wasn't even like a niche thing. It was like everyone.
everyone
yeah,
did
so
it.
many people just did it, and it was either like the stage room or like the orchestra or like the dance team or
Oh,
like
right.
all of that. So there was so many different things people did, and yeah, I loved it. And then in high school, it kind of like ramped up a little bit, and I actually got like the lead role in
Congrats.
Legally Blonde. Well, like one of them, I was like Warner, which was like that, like kind of like the jerk. Boyfriend or something.
Whoa.
And then the pandemic happened, and I never got to do it.
Are you
But-
serious?
I'm so sorry.
No.
Yeah, that's okay though.
That's so sad. What the heck? Ugh. I hate stories like that,
That
where it's
is
like
the
then the
worst.
pandemic. God.
yeah, it's okay though. And then when I went to college, the theater groups kind of got even more niche, and I was like, okay, I can't like.
Too much.
I wasn't really that into like theater to do that. I was also very very busy.
Ah,
I bet.
Also with like my school year and
Right.
doing like the things that I do,
yeah.
like the e-commerce and stuff like that. I was also very chronically online freshman year because of like crypto.
Oh, you're
yeah.
doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He did the crypto and the sneakers.
I used
Yes.
to
Boom
um,
combo.
Yeah, no, literally, I
Crazy.
was like a hermit my freshman year of college. This is also why I think I studied abroad a lot in like later on in college, because I completely missed out on like making friends my freshman year because
Honestly, same.
I was too busy catfishing on Discord as a girl.
wait,
hold on.
Wait, pause.
Wait, backtrack a little bit. What the hell?
Wait, how is this connected?
Okay. So, as for context, wow. I don't even know if I should be saying this or
Well,
this
you
might
can
have to
always
be cut
decide
out.
later. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But we would love to know regardless.
But yeah, so basically, during 2021, crypto was going crazy. Like there were people making tons of money, like every single day, like thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. And this was during like NFT hypes, like NFTs, like those pictures of like gorillas
monkeys,
that literally like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And to be able to have access to purchasing those NFTs, you have to be in a Discord community of relating to that project, and then they reward whitelists or like access to purchase the NFT for a cheap price to loyal community members. And the NFT crypto community is very male oriented. So I was like, it would be a great idea if I just had a girl profile picture and then asked one of my friends to send voice messages to people in the chats to really sell it that I was a girl. And it worked. And it like seriously made my crypto journey very easy. Like, well, not easy, but like easier. So like my roommates would be like, oh, you want to do something? I'd be like, nah, I'm locked in right now. I gotta like really like convince this guy that I'm a girl, or like really like favorite, like nothing in like too crazy. I never like went off and like never like sent anything or said anything like too crazy, but like, oh my gosh, like what is this? Like this is so interesting. Like kind of just playing dumb, I guess, and then having everyone mansplain things to me, and I was just like, wow, like that's amazing, like that's so cool. I wish I could be a part of this. Oh my gosh, like I could really get a whitelist, like that's so great. So sacrificing a bit of my integrity, but at the same time, I made like well over 6 figures that year, surprisingly.
Holy shit.
And yeah, the craziest part is that I could say this because like I basically lost everything like right after. Yeah, so it was a very, very humbling experience for my freshman year in college.
That's
because yeah, and I really at some point thought was like, yeah, I'm gonna like retire or something. Like I really was convinced that I was gonna be like,
you don't need to go to school anymore.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, I'm just gonna do this for the rest of my life. And then the hype kind of went away, and then everything I had basically went to zero. And I was like, oh, okay, so we're back in square one with like no friends and all that. No, I still have friends. Like that was just for the dramatic part. But I also used to like manage like Discord communities. I was a Discord moderator.
Wow, you were a mod. Let's go.
I know. I still am actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because I also have like an internship right now for this crypto like startup company called Gnarlayer. Shout out to them. And they're based in Singapore. And I met the founders when I was in Taiwan. Oh, this is actually another bit of like a crazy story.
Okay. The lore gets deeper and deeper.
So after I studied in Korea, I went to Taiwan.
Okay.
And it was literally just like with one of my friends that I was in Thailand with.
Okay.
And we were there. And then in like one of my crypto discords that I'm in, I was like, oh, I'm in like Taiwan. And then someone I knew in the Discord was like, oh my God, me too. Are you here for the Asian blockchain convention? And I was like, what is that?
Oh, okay, blockchain. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like a crypto convention.
Okay.
And I literally did not know what that was. And so I Googled it, and the tickets were literally $500. And I was like, yeah, no shot, I'm going to that. He's like, nah, here's a ticket, you can go. And he literally just gave me a ticket to go. I was like, whoa. Wow. Like, that was so cool. And like, so I went to the event. Literally, this was like midnight the night before. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to like this fancy crypto event now. So I was talking to a bunch of people, and I kind of sold myself a little bit. I was like, yeah, I was just passing by in the area, and I just got invited by one of my connections in the thing. And then I ended up meeting a bunch of founders and CEOs that were like of these different startup companies, and they were like, you're from like the US, like from New York, like here, like that's great. And I was like, oh yeah, like sure, if you want to like connect or something. And then I got one offer for like the current company that I do an internship for in Singapore, and then another one which is bitcoin.com, and they're based
Bitcoin.com. You ever heard of Bitcoin.com?
Yeah, I know Bitcoin.com.
It's like where you can like trade like different currencies. It's like a wallet basically, and they're actually based in Tokyo.
Okay.
And they're a European company, but they're based in Tokyo, so they don't have Japan's like strict work hours and like work weeks and stuff like that. So it's like they told me it's more chill. Like, oh, if you're going to school in Japan, like you can just come by the office. We can work something out. So I'm like, oh, word. So potentially I might be working in Japan for after school. That I go to school there, I might work for them. Probably one of the top 5 side quests I've had, because I literally did not expect any of that to happen within 24 hours.
Whoa.
And I don't know if that's going to go anywhere, but it's just a crazy story that I tell people with like I was somehow able to network while I was just like traveling in Taiwan.
Yeah,
and
that's
by
so
the way,
cool.
Taipei is one of my favorite cities I've ever been to. I love Taiwan and Taipei, and they have the best bubble tea ever. It comes
I
from
can
Taiwan,
imagine.
bubble
Yeah.
tea,
Oh.
and I was shocked with like how good it was, and I
Like
literally
way better
cannot-
than here.
Yes.
What makes it like so different there? Like what's better?
It's like an art there. Like I don't even know how to
Right.
explain it. There's this one place and they only serve like a lot of these places in Taiwan, they serve like literally only 2 things on the menu. So there's 2 things. And I like restaurants like that so much because like if there's only 2 things on the menu and it's
They're good.
super popular, it has to be good. There's
Right.
no way it
Right.
wouldn't be. They would go out of business.
Yeah.
So I go there, I get the bubble tea, they like char it with like fire on
So
the
like
top.
the wok or whatever.
Yeah, the
To make the boba in like
I've
the
seen
big
them make it in like a big
cauldron.
bowl.
Yeah. Like they had all of that in a glass. You see all the people and like working on it in their like chef hats and everything.
Yeah.
Like chefing up the tapioca
Wow.
balls, and then they put it in like the tea, and then they take like a torch and like torch the top
Yeah.
with like some cream and
Whoa.
stuff like that. And I was like, that was probably the best beverage I've ever had in my life.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Love
I
that.
also am wondering, do you have a favorite boba place in New York? If you are a big boba
So honestly, I don't really be going out to eat in New York City that much just
Oh,
because
really?
like, I feel like it's so expensive.
It is.
And but I will say I really like Tiger Sugar.
Oh, okay.
Tiger
I've
Sugar's
never
good.
really been to many boba places in New York because honestly, I really just do go to Tiger Sugar because I really like that brown sugar.
Brown
like-
sugar.
Yeah,
Of
it's so
course.
good for some reason.
I love it.
Do you have a favorite boba place, Amber?
Me, I am not too much of a boba connoisseur either. What's the one place? Haiti. Haiti
Oh my
just
God,
opened in New York.
Haiti is
That's a good
so
one.
fire.
Yeah.
Haiti is one of the most amazing boba
I think they
places
just started
ever.
opening up in New York, and so
Yeah.
we've been going there quite a bit.
Yeah, Haiti, the mango one or the grape one. So good, bro.
Too good. Anyways, I think to wrap up the podcast, we're going to move into our favorites of the week. This is something we do on every episode. We share our favorite thing of the week. It could be like a song, a food, anything that you enjoyed this week, and then a favorite thing about yourself. So kind of like a
Self-love.
positive self-talk moment.
Okay.
So I will start by saying my favorite of the week is that mango slush from Haiti. I
Really?
love that place. Yeah.
Okay.
And that just reminded me of that. I would recommend that. And then my favorite thing about myself is that I've been a bit more organized with my work recently. I've been using my planner. I've been writing things
You just
out.
stole that from me. I
I'm
was
sorry,
gonna
bro.
Say that.
I feel
It's
like-
literally effed up.
No, honestly, as soon as I pull out that planner,
Did you
my
use the
life
planner I
changes.
gave you for your birthday or no?
I'm sorry, girl, I did not. I already had a
my
planner, and then you gifted me
God.
another one, and I can't just switch to a different planner in the middle of
so messed
using my current planner. I'm sorry, but I'll
It's
get
fine.
to it.
Shame.
It's fine.
It's really sad.
Side eye.
But thank you for encouraging me to use planners in general.
Of course,
And I've
girl.
been
Got
doing
you.
that. Do you have your favorites, Ashley?
Well, what's your favorite about yourself?
That I'm more organized with work. With my planner. I'm using my planner.
Okay.
Yes. And what about you?
Well, my least favorite thing of the week was that Amber didn't use my planner that
I'm
I gave her.
sorry.
So, wow.
Next time.
Shoot, well, my planner was going to be my favorite of the week. I guess it can still be my favorite of the week, but I just got a new planner that's like for December 2024 through like
2025?
Yeah,
That's
I love
really
when
weird.
the planner starts like a little early because I feel like I kind of like to get my planner,
Like prep it a
prep
bit.
it a little bit, you know? So
Whoa.
I got a new planner, and I also just love stationery stores. That's kind of been my vibe. Like, I love to go to any stationery store in New York, especially ones that have like epic Japanese pens.
Oh, do you
like
have any
Muji?
favorites?
Yeah, like Muji. I got some stuff from Muji recently. I don't know. There's some around other ones that are like
I
little
love their
teeny ones.
loofahs. At
Really?
Muji. Yeah, it's such a random
Interesting.
thing, but I've literally never gotten better loofahs than at Muji.
Wait.
So sponsor me for,
For their loofahs?
So specific.
Just give me
Very
like all
random.
your loofahs, please.
Whoa. Wait. Now I want to get a loofah from Muji.
Yeah,
They're great.
never tried a loofah from Muji.
We'll have to check that out after this. Damn.
Period.
Well-
And then my favorite thing about myself is that, okay, this is gonna sound really weird.
What is it?
Is that I have been really good about washing my hair and doing my hair.
Hell yeah.
Not to make it sound like I don't wash my hair. I just feel like sometimes I get like so like like I have to wash my hair. Like it gets really
Yeah,
annoying and like
it's
really
annoying.
repetitive to redo your hair. But I feel like I kind of, you know what? I realize I feel so good after I wash my hair. Like if my hair is kind of semi-greasy, normally I would just leave it for an extra day.
Yeah.
But right now I'm on the vibe of like, I'm just going to wash my hair and then just feel better about myself that day.
Honestly, that's so real.
Can I
That's
ask
what
a
I did.
question?
Yes, of
Because
course.
I always have this conversation with my friends, and I always get different opinions every time. But how often do you like shampoo your hair? Am I able to ask that?
Yeah, I wonder.
course.
It's kind of different for girls and guys, right? Because we do it less often.
I feel
What
like
do you
guys
do?
will do it more often. I don't really know why, but I feel like I will shampoo every third or fourth day, but I'll wash my body every day, and I'll like literally put my hair in like a shower cap.
Oh, that's funny. I do kind of the same thing. I would say I shower. Oh my gosh. I would say pause. I wash my hair, I would say 3 times a week usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's about average for me too.
Yeah. What about
But-
you?
Okay. No, honestly, I do the same.
Okay,
Actually,
period.
my boyfriend never wants to shampoo his hair. I feel like he shampoos
Some
his hair
guys
like once a
don't.
week or like once every 2 weeks. But I actually heard it could be better for you not to shampoo as often.
Yeah.
But then his hair gets greasy faster, and then I have to be like, you need to shower with shampoo. But then he's like, no, I like it because like it makes his hair styled better. So like he'll still wet his hair, but he won't always like shampoo it. if
I do
that
the
makes
same
sense.
thing.
right? I feel like all boys
Like
do
my
that.
hair never looks worse except like after I shampoo. When I shampoo my hair, it's so like soft and frizzy and
Like
like, everywhere.
fluffier.
But like literally my hair looks perfect like 4 days, and I actually timed it where I would like
I love that.
I like shampooed my hair
yes.
like 4 days ago before
Yes.
I came on this podcast.
Perfect.
And,
Perfect
um,
timing.
Do you have your favorite thing about yourself?
I do. My favorite thing are these black bear playing cards because like this is so goofy. Like genuinely, I've never seen
Where's that from?
anything
I don't know.
like this before. But like it's so awesome. Like normally you'll have like just the regular bicycle cards, but nah, y'all got the black bear premium poker playing cards.
Premium
Yes.
poker
Like,
playing card.
don't even know what
that's
that means.
really certified for no reason. So
It's
I
real.
really like that.
Thank you. I don't remember where I got these, but they just sit in my room and I almost never use them. So I'm glad they got some
They're in
use
good
today.
condition too. Like I,
Yeah.
would, you know,
like
when I was
brand
like
new.
spreading the cards, I was like, wow, this is smooth. Like that's
are
a
some
smooth
good cards.
deck
Yes.
of black bear playing cards.
Period.
Whoa.
Thank you.
And I guess my favorite thing about myself is that like I'm just like a chill guy for real. Like
No, honestly.
but
Real.
I guess I'm a bit adaptable to things. Like I would not even think like a month prior that like I would be sitting on a podcast right now talking about me dressing up in a Willy Wonka outfit
Yes.
in front of like 10,000 people and then going on like 50 different news websites.
Yeah.
And
Wait.
Yeah.
Did we even talk about you going on Drew Barrymore?
oh,
We never even talked about that.
Was that
okay,
your
I
only-
low-key need to pause and talk about this.
Was that your only in-person like news thing that you did? Because I know you did a lot of press, but that was like the main one, right?
yeah, I would say me going on the Drew Barrymore show was probably like the coolest, like, wow, I'm going on TV. Like, this is
Yeah.
crazy. And that whole process was amazing. Also, another reason to skip school. I'm a marketing major. Like, I'm marketing myself right now to the world.
Exactly.
So it's
It
like, can you
matters
really
more.
hate me like my business policy professor that I forgot your name? I'm so sorry. Yeah, but yeah, so that was probably like the craziest in-person thing that I had to do. And I love that though. It was like such a random side quest. And if Drew Barrymore, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I did not know anything about who you are, like your entire show. Like what I was saying before, I'm so illiterate in pop culture and all that stuff. So I was like, oh, the Drew Barrymore show, like, what is that? And then
You
my
never
friends
watched
were
one
like,
of her movies?
no, I didn't even know who she was.
don't
She
think
could
I
have been
have
like
either.
a singer or
Isn't
a
like
TikToker.
50 First Dates? Is that Drew
Oh
Barrymore? I
of
love that
course.
movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, like,
would recommend
I
that.
didn't even know anything about that, and I'm like telling my mom, she's like, "What?" And
She's
I'm like,
Drew Barrymore.
"I know," and I'm just like, "I don't know."
That's so
How was the
funny.
experience? Because I know her thing is that she's like pretty
Touchy.
like touchy with guests.
Yes.
I saw you got that hug on
got
her
that
show.
hug.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Well, actually, at first they prepped me and be like, "Oh, you're just gonna sit in the audience in the chair, and you're not gonna go on the stage."
Oh,
And I
really?
was like,
Whoa.
"Oh, okay, like that's fine."
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting in the chair, and literally like 5 seconds, and they're like, "Oh, come up here, come up here." I was like, "Oh, okay." So we're just going like off like what they were expecting me to do, and then
Right.
I was just like, "Oh." It was all friendly. She made me feel very welcome on the stage.
That's
I
good.
also liked how the show, it's like very bright. There's a good ambiance to it, so
Yeah.
it's like very warm and colorful. So it kind of relaxes you when you're like there. And even though there's like all these cameras and lights and everything, it was just like pretty chill.
That's
And,
good.
Whoa.
but yeah, that was crazy.
Wow.
Never
That's in
would think I would go
Manhattan?
on TV. Yeah.
That's crazy to hear. Well, I'm glad you had a good experience there.
Yeah,
I'm not
Thank you.
sure.
That seems so cool. That's like
Yeah.
legitimate.
Yeah. I know.
But-
And we filmed a TikTok together.
Yes.
And like Drew Barrymore was like on her knees, like crawling after me. And I was just like, Wow, I respected so much that like she committed like that much to
the bit.
deliver me some cool content.
Yeah.
So shout out Drew Barrymore. I will defend her for that. She's a goat.
Going off of your favorite thing about yourself, you're quite the adaptable guy. I think it's very impressive how much you've been able to like blossom from this whole lookalike contest. I feel like you could have just like went back into your regular life, but
you could have been like,
Oh,
yeah.
I actually I'm sorry to go off on a
no,
tangent,
you're good.
but the only reason why I was so strongly doing that, completely forgot to bring this up, but last year, almost exactly a year ago today, I went viral on the internet for looking like Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, really?
And I did
Whoa.
nothing about it. Yeah.
Oh, you missed your opportunity.
Yeah. So, well, not like crazy viral, but when I was in London, I went to this famous barber on TikTok, like that hair guy or something.
I've seen that clip, yeah.
He does all these famous haircuts, and then when I went there, he was like, "Oh, you kind of look like Timothée Chalamet. Like, let's do like a Timothée Chalamet haircut." Whoa. And then, like we did the haircut. He posted the video. It got like well over like 1 million views, like over 1,000 comments of people just like kind of like, "Oh, like this guy looks like Timothée Chalamet" or something like that. And I was just like, should I try making a TikTok and like trying to capitalize off of this? But I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like that's like I don't know. And then I kind of regretted it a little bit. It's like because I feel like being a content creator is so cool. And I was like, dang, I just really missed my gateway into like the realm.
Yeah.
And then fast forward a year later, this whole thing happened, and I'm just like, whoa, that was like some kind of manifestation. Honestly, like that literally, I was like, I will never get that opportunity again. And then it literally just came back to me tenfold. Wow. And I was just like, whoa. Like that, like it has me believing in like some divine power or something. Like, like where's, whatever like my guardian angel is like, you're working overtime. Thank you.
So
like,
funny.
I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, that's so cool.
We wish you all the success in your content creation.
Thank
and I
you.
think as a person, aside from the whole Timothée Chalamet thing, you are a great guy and so interesting and fun to talk to. So thank you so much for coming on our podcast today, Miles Mitchell, for those who go check him out on the Instagram and TikTok stuff. We had an amazing time, and I think this was one of our best episodes. Yeah, honestly, I'm like, I love talking to.
This is so interesting.
Yeah.
So it's
Thank you
epic,
so much.
and I feel like as you continue to do more like stuff on social media, I think people. I mean, you're obviously just like such a fun person. I feel like they'll love like just learning about you aside from Timothée Chalamet. So I'm glad that we could kind of shed some light on that.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for having me.
Of
so
course.
Wow, this was so much fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Beautiful twin sisters, out.
Beautiful twin sisters.
Sisters.